Esteves Jones. Now, this fight is going to benefit the Stars and Stripes Foundation. How do you feel about fighting for this cause?
I feel it feels good to be able to give back to the military. They do so much for us. You know what I mean? So it's about time that we get out there and do something for them and try to show our support to them and let them know that we care about them and we appreciate everything that they do.
Well, yeah, that did. I feel that attracted a lot of the names to the event. So, it's a good cause and it's definitely like an awesome event. Now, gone through the fight. How do you feel? Did it affect you at all that there was like 3 changes? First, it was Pablo who's kind of a slugger. Then it's Archdale, who's like Olympic level wrestler. Now it's Schoonover. Did that affect your training?
I mean, you try to train for who you're fighting, but at the same time, like, my training isn't just focused on the individual that I'm fighting. I train hard, period. You know what I mean? So as much as like, you want to try to prepare for a specific type of opponent, the guy, I'm on 2 weeks notice or a couple of days notice, so is he. He didn't know he was fighting me until a couple of days ago. So, he has to deal with me just like I got to deal with him,
Now, Archdale is like a high level wrestler. Were you preparing a lot for that wrestling?
We were definitely getting ready for that. Working on my takedown defense, working on worst case scenario if he got me down, those type of things. Getting back to my feet, changing the momentum of the fight. Definitely we're working on those things, but those are things that I work on anyway. So we focused on it a little bit more for him, but it was not something that I'm not used to or accustomed to.
I know it's only a couple of days notice, but do you know anything about Darrill Schoonover, like his style of fighting?
I know that he's not really he's not a slugger like Buonatello, and he's not a wrestler like Van Arsdale. I know he's somewhere in the middle. He's a decent striker with decent ground game, which is cool. I'm not too worried about what he's going to do because I'm going to be imposing my will and doing what I want to do and making the fight mine. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to fight my fight, and if he can deal with it, more power to him. But if I have anything to say about it, it won't be.
All right. Well, from what we saw, your last fight was a 15-second fight. You finished it super quick. How do you see this fight going?
I never go into a fight thinking, I'm going to knock this guy out in 15 seconds. I trained for 3 5-minute rounds. I've actually, that's a bit of a break. Lately I've been training for 5-5s on a consistent basis. I hold a title in Serra Vista as well as the King of Cage title. So 5-5-minute rounds have been pretty much the custom for me lately. So doing a 3-5-minute round fight is a bit of a break. So, I've been, just training and staying focused.
All right. Well, you're an upcoming fighter. You've been the solid one on the card. You haven't changed. So, we've been looking forward to you watching you fight, and we definitely look forward to watching.
Thank you guys for taking the time to talk to me, guys. Thank you.
All right. Well, we're here with Darrill Schoonover, who fights Friday for Rogue Warrior Championship. Now, how do you feel about the cost? They're donating a lot of money to the Stars and Stripes Foundation. How do you feel about fighting for this cause?
I love it, man. I love fighting for I love fighting for the military at all costs. That's one of the reasons why I took it. I took the fight on Monday, and they told me that it was for wounded warriors and whatnot. So that's one of the main reasons why I did it.
All right. Well, you do mention it. They barely told you about the fight on Monday. Now, have you had any time to prepare for this specific opponent? Have you, since the moment that they told you were going to fight him, have you been preparing for him, or you're just going to approach it like a regular fight?
No. Well, as soon as I found out that I was going to fight him, I started game planning, watching his fights, going over what I want to impose in the ring or in the cage, and that's pretty much it. Previously I'd been just training and trying to get down on my diet, and that's about it.
And do you see any weaknesses you plan on exploiting Friday night, or?
He likes to go forward and backwards a lot, so I'm hoping to just hit angles and use that against him.
And you're a big name. You were on The Ultimate Fighter. You already have like 50 fights under your belt. But like here locally, you haven't developed too much of a big name. Now you're getting to fight here locally. How do you fight? How do you feel about fighting here in El Paso?
I love fighting in El Paso, man. This is my hometown. I've never had a fight in El Paso. I've always fought either in Cruces or in the outside area, all through Texas. So I'm excited to fight in El Paso.
Cool. And obviously, anything could happen in there, but if things do go your way, how would you like the fight to finish?
Like always, bro, I want the fight to finish in a knockout.
Alright, man. Well, I mean, I'm a personal fan. I do follow you here locally, and we definitely look forward to your fight now. Alright.